Alright, well, welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy XIV Reborn. Last we left off, we did patch 2.2. We dealt with the War Leader, Leviathan, and before we jump into the next patch, we're gonna take a small break and we're gonna do some Manderville. I want to hopefully try and get through all the Manderville quests for Reborn. And we switch back to our old garb that we started off the journey with. I hear you've been busy as a bee, so Tark. Seems half the whispers what come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? Yes. Oh wait, you don't mean to say you knew the bugger? I know he thought himself famous, but thinking it don't make it true. Shame that he had to go and get himself killed. All that nonsense about stopping Dalamud himself. What in the seven hells was he thinking? At least it was mercifully quick. Still, judging from the depth of the crater, he must have fallen from an unfathomable height. Gods only know what was going through his mind as he watched the ground rush up to meet him. Ugh. Amazing how well the body was preserved, though. Hell, it's just amazing there was a body left to bury at all. I had a reason for bringing this up. Ah, right. So, Nashu, Hildebrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lend her a hand. As for where to find her, she's like to visit Hildebrand's grave in the Lich Yard when she's frustrated. Try looking for her there first. On it. Oh, if you were still alive, Inspector, you know how to stop these zombies. Ah, you there. Could it be? You come to offer your services to me? Oh, but where are our manners? Allow me to introduce myself. Ahem. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiry's Extraordinary Inspector. At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. Then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch. But then he came back down, and he... Oh, fuck. This is all a joke. A big funny joke. Right, Inspector? Any moment now, you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh. Hildebrand Manderville, beloved son. They say no one remembers the warriors of light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildebrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try. I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy. So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him, but now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you could try the one good idea I've come up with so far. If you go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in Southern Thanaland, you might find them. And then you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work. Alright, now let's see if RNG is on our frickin' side today. Because we have to wait for fate. I really hope it's... is that the one? Yes, it is. Woo! Actually, I wonder if it spawns almost immediately. Actually, wait, can I use that to just go straight there? I can. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm not sure if it spawns immediately after taking that quest or not, but I remember having some really bad, I remember having some, like, really bad luck, my first time going through this quest. Wait a minute. Ow, fuck me. Alright, hold on. I thought that would leave me over there. Okay, I'm stupid. I just have to pray and hope that, another player doesn't get to that before I do, because that's going to be a pain in the ass. Okay, I'd like to not attract the emulsion. And there you have it. Did you find the zombies? You did? That's wonderful. I've been busy too. The head zombie will rue the day he meets me. You'll see. So tell me, what did you learn? Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. But this parchment, this is a map of the Sogoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is rather than does. That sort of reminds me of... well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us, assistant. Onward to the Sogoli. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call out to them and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. Show yourself. Oh, a gentleman is rather than does. I should say that first. Who summons the gentle dead men? They live, and we hunger. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Spare this fine gentleman and fair lady your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more. Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! No, it's an airship! No, it's the inspector! We hear and we obey. And off they go into the sunset. It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand! Hildebrand? Who is this Hildebrand of whom you speak? My name is Zombie Brand, Devourer of Brains, Undead Overlord Extraordinaire. What are you saying? You're not an Undead Overlord, you're a Gentleman Inspector. Inspector Overlord. Inspector Overlord. Oh, Inspector, you're just confused us all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours. She's got a bomb! So stay your hand, my lady. You know not what you do. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of this blast is more likely to liquefy my... If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying. Yeah, sure, that makes some perfect sense there, Nashu. See? Even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... Oh, I'm gonna be laughing my ass off this entire ride. Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution. Ah, he remembers me! Inspector Hildebrand remembers me! Yes, yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how you came to be here. Oh, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine gentleman be? Could he perhaps be one of my many admired... Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears, this dizziness? Could it be a case? Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sogoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of iniquity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil. What do you gotta say, Nashu? Which way did he go, Sotark? Did you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him. And change my outfit too. Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running around about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander what likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If you do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about this goddamn duelist. My mate's pa's cousin's kid best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. Sorry, lad, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Waymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear. But when you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Waymond! Hey, Waymond! Thaw, mighty bugger me with a bleeding spear! The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Ul'dah! No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true. He's not a zombie. I checked. Aye, you do seem to be hale and healthy, which begs the question, how the seven hells did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned, that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about that, did you? Might be harder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable! I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Waymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden what set her most... This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the gentleman from the Sigoli! A serendipitous encounter indeed, unless you too seek the belligerent duelist. Capital. It'll be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Damn it, Hildy. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. Well, Sotark, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with the inspecting, Inspector. My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You'll bring it back to me, won't you? A priceless possession callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause? What in the world? I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, Ancient of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart. What he said. And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what can you tell us of the theft? Theft, sir, to be precise. My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I'm certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Coliseum, I realized it was gone. So the time and location of the theft are unknown, essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action. Miss Moon, to coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist. I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse, in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Coliseum and see what you remember. Conspicuous crates. Huh. Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I rolled about and struck the man in the face with my purse. In shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about six score punzes, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. 120 punzes! Miss Moon, you are a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. There's sure a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah, at the Weaver's Guild, at Sunsilk Tapestries, and here too. These crates are everywhere, Sotark. I wonder what's inside. But I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course! I have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. You sure this is a good idea to give me these? Sure. Bombs away! What the fuck? At the heart of every crime rests a single unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man, resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness. He carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the pure heart. Inspector, we found the pure heart. These strange men seeking around town in wooden crates had it. And it's not what we think. We're not thieves. We're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm. And should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it for safekeeping. Nothing untoward. You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve? Such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Okay, guys, calm down. Well, and off they go. Goddess? Devotees? But of course. Had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends were obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile. Lest you've forgotten, the culprit was a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. If your powers of observation are as great as you claim, you should have deduced that those buffoons in boxes were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of inquiry, I presume. You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You'd be willing to share such precious information with me? Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Where the bloody hell do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. I'm gonna take a swig. Hi, I'm Humphrey, and you are? At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir. I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me? A victim? How amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, where he thought to find a whelp. He found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. Say it for yourself. You mean you won? That's amazing. Heh. Well, it was nothing compared to what I face at Cartanau. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle of Stuck in the middle with Master Lu. We were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can. That man is a warrior of light. Tell them, Elazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own. Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with my father's blade. Bid him to take it to a smithy for restoration. Even gave him gil to pay for it. Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging for forgiveness for losing it in a duel. As if that's enough to set things right. Look at me, you bleeding whoreson. Look at me! Me flowing golden locks are no more. I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak. I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me. Alright. He beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the Kyurgeon. I have no idea where he or the sword is. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have. Unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people? Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own. Then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making? You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector? And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he was wronged? We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar. Got a point. Elazar's sword wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. That boy should be ashamed of himself. Robbing poor Elazar of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them. It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade. If the deception brings him peace in his final days, would it be so wrong? Antique swords. Oh, I haven't the foggiest about that. The traveling merchant Joyonpa is the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword. At least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe. This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his art to ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article. Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk in Camp Drybone. Tisk tisk. You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie, like me. I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. Oh, oops. It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with a liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many occasions, my dearest mother tended my childhood scrapes, just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? Then you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. Oh, great. The body is but an instrument and occasionally need of oiling. So come, my friend, come and oil me up. Ah, the comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Ah, the pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods! Yes, at last! My muscles slacken and soften. The warmth spreads and the pain becomes pleasure. Yeah, I think he's becoming a masochist. Right there, yes. Keep doing that, just like that. Just like... yes! Now once more, with feeling! Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good man. You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you found? No sign of the sword Jayonpa mentioned, I see. Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Hmm? Did something cause you to... Oh. Once again, my instincts have guided us to our query. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of achoo! Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones. How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find. Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more. As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. Aye, it is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. Gods bless you, sir. I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without the thought of a reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days. 'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken. Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Inspector, I've brought your change of clothing. I also bought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane. Excellent work, Nashu. If you just bring me that case. Oh. Oh! Headshot. Hey, Inspector Hildebrand. There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer? That's gonna be one hell of a paper cut. Oof. The author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering? No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. A challenge? From me? Ho! At last, the curtain rises! Very well. If I'm to duel the duelists, I must dress for the occasion. Don't use up all those bottles now, dude. Bald! Bald! My eyes! I, Hildebrand, Ancient of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, accept your challenge. He's incredible. So bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light. No, a gentleman of light. He is exceptionally something. Core! Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing! His hair's back! Woo! Hildebrand. And who might you be? This is far from the strongest of swords. Blue skies and the rolling desert. How much longer must I seek the blade of legend? Challenge accepted and my oh, okay, yes. We'll go through this later. Yeah, I can't read that quick enough. Hildebrand will return and the three collectors. Hold on. Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins. Pumpkins sort of remind me of... no, it's gone. Never mind. Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection. Or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an old Don collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay. Suffice it to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I to not investigate her. And should the duelist strike whilst I'm present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though I am told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told that she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tutusi and Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you'd like. There you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Was it for love or money that you killed him? It was you? Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow. Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Now that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves for God's sake, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share, or your sister? You don't touch a man's skin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn. I thought he did it for the money. You too. He's all yours. Yes, of course. Thank you for the help, Inspector. At least he's competent, but when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not all like the buffoon Hildebrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildebrand. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Yeah, especially not in the rain. Over to Horizon. Ooh, I'm starting to some more trading cards again on Steam. Hell yeah. Oh god, fuck. I felt it coming on. I was trying to hopefully avoid that. Again, as I told the last 20 who came before, if you have come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed. Here, have a flower. Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated? Present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect? What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time. Everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine. Now get out! Forgive us, Lady Dorilda. We mean no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the treaty blade. You fools. I shall come to claim the collector's blade, yes. I read the mithril eye. I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized or worse. Even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece in my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look upon my peerless inspector, interloper, and despair. Ships that pass in the night, the signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige. I swear to you, here and now, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice. Good sir, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelists as well? Or perchance in pursuit of me? As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable incompetent... To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. Chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Reborn, Consulting Inspector, at your service, my lady. Conniving Inspector? Consulting Inspector? Rotting Flesh and Saltpeter? Hildebrand Manderville and Nashu... Oof. How the fuck do you pronounce the last name? Hildebrand Manderville and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you've finished with these wastrels. You see, I do not want nor need your help. Reborn is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you! Where have you been, Maria? And where is my vase? There was a strange flying thing and the vase, I dropped it in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the Royal House of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? Milady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect, at which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. Not when spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? Don't make that face. I picked up the vase in Ul'dah like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nofika's wells. I want to go and look, but there were scary looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone. You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us. All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briardian. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there. But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story? Because that's my job, you imbecile. Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away. You don't even know where the bloody vase, what the bloody vase looks like. Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous, or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help. You understand? That girl will run by earlier. I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it don't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. A vase? Well, anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. Pox upon that thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? A vase? I know not of what you... Gah, this curseless infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. Hey, buddy, what you got there? What you got there, buddy? Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Dorilda over... Oh! Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? The demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next to the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase. No, friend Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand will think of something. Oh, but I already have my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now. For as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. But first we must gather as many fragments of the vase as we can find. Good God, there's a lot. Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid. Let's have a look. Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all. There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing the vase. Man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Ul'dah, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. This was the last shop in the thieves struck. For the following morning, they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the gold court. The brass blades never learned of who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief, who kept muttering the words, "The hammer, the hammer." He sounds dangerous. Aye, that he does. And I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men. But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion in Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her. So to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most like to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thanalan. It is there we shall begin our search. Ah, Doblin carcass. The Doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around? I don't think I found the culprits over there. Basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. A single blow to the head. Impressive. The Doblin, the Basilisk, this Araman, all were slain with a hammer, as was that beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. That Chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt. Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. Oh, what must you do that is so terrible? I must dance! I'm a Manderville man, doing what only a Manderville can, from the peaks of Carthus to Thanalan, Manderville man. I cannot avert mine eyes. That is the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good man, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead, though it be a gross, nay, an unconscionable violation of my family's traditions. I must bequeath to you the Manderville. Good God. An art so foul. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now you must use that knowledge, go to the fallen Chimera and dance like only a Manderville can. Here I go. Fancy yourself a Manderville man? You would do what only a Manderville can? Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Manderville man. He comes. Good grief, he's naked! Ho ho ho! You have naught to fear from me, not at all. The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. You were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? Wait, I know you. You have strong yet tender fingers. But more importantly, how in the hell did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? Oh. Run, Hildebrand. Run, run, run very fast. Run, run now. Go, go. Take your little legs and run. By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? Dear God! Oh, fuck! Hildebrand, Helidor, Maximilian Manderville! Hell of a suplex, though. 10 years, Hildebrand. 10 years since you left home. And 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead? Son, you are Hildy's father? God put the goldsmiths of Manderville, man. Smithing is only a Manderville can. Oil him up and give him a tan fit for a Manderville man. Oh, please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand. He's not gonna stop. This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria. Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement. I didn't need to know that. Woo! Hold your applause until the end. Here, guide my hammer. Look how it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that this is a work of art? You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value. Nonsense. I've taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you're paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer? Father, that is not my path. I'm an agent of inquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too. Innocent people whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist. I thought you would put away childish dreams. No matter, you will understand in due time. No, I will not. I am an inspector, Father. I can be naught else.
Miss Godbert, sir. I don't think my mother is going to like what you did. She probably won't let Master Hildebrand help with the investigation.
We cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this reimagining. You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his. And Kato as well, I should think. I see you too possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now let us return to Vesper Bay and see how our vase is received. Vesper Bay, you say? What a coincidence! I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Oh! I think I might have seen the demon bird which shook my weapon. Go on without me, I shall follow anon. I'm sure Gerilda wouldn't mind. I'm sure.
I hope she likes it.
Let us pray.
Mother, I brought you the vase. By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Gerilda. Not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash? Oh, Lord Manderville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived. Though I know it was nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray... Oh, wow, that was... Oh, fuck. I thought that was Godbert speaking. Oh, well, hold on, let me redo that. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations an esteemed gentleman such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction.
Oh, it does, my lady, it does indeed. Especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction.
Your reconstruction? Oh, I don't like it. I love it. I would go as far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection.
Ah, what a relief. I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildebrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist threats? Enough expository banter, I say.
I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildebrand, will you not?
Wait a minute, your father is Lord Godbert Manderville? The man who took Orlandi Quivarian's seat on the Syndicate? It appears there have been many a great developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelists. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian.
Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Gerilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jojonpa, who traffics the counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the Observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Gerilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Map, we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha ha ha! A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Kurthus. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Pray forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man. What a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in... a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit? Oh, now I'm intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing? Haha, what reasons indeed. It is enough to make a gentleman laugh. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the Observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk, in accordance with Inspector Briardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Let us sally forth at once. Oh, whoops. Ah, damn it. There we go. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice. I take it you are one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Clearly, you've mistaken me for someone else, sir.
At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Keep an eye on them, or else. But sir, Bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me to stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelists, I will of course summon you, after administering the requisite beating. Haha. Good, you're still... Was there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg. He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief, as we are. Come, Nashu, we too must answer the call of duty. Heh, duty. Sup? You look like it might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gate? We're undermanned over there. See that just now? No? I don't think my eyes were playing tricks on me. There's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Inspector! Over there! Look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see. Aha! Aha! I see you, demon bird! You will not escape me this time! Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss? Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu, we have lingered here ever long. We must egress post-haste. There is not out of the ordinary here either. No luck, We have scoured every elm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildebrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he's waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary. I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use. By the 12, is that the selfsame spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it? It was buried in the snow. Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worst come to worst. Now then, we begin our search for the duelists to the east of the observatorium. Hey, Gilgamesh, what you doing there, buddy? Where'd you go? Where the fuck did you go? Nah, he's gone. We lost him. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Tis not the selfsame creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you?
Greg, I've been meaning to ask, why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways, it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other respects, it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, to which was wielded a musket barrel. It was one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearn to reclaim it. The strongest of spears. Ah! Gee. That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears. I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious. Grr. Now you call me Shirley? No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me! This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again. This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again. And we are at an impasse. I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life. Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in a single combat. I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him! A confession to what? I've done not wrong! Bah, you are all beyond reason. Ah, yes. My plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be the coup de grace. Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't, so let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelists in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can. On it. Yo, yo. I love that whole bit. Oh, well, hey, Aldebrand, what happened here? Ashu? Miss Ellie? Ah, my good man, it is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you.
Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last, I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best mean you may have the spear. Fail and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, I will avail you no advantage. For Gilgamesh, it is embiggening time! He is embiggened. He has grown bigger and bigger. In his quest to acquire the strongest of weapons, the notorious duelist Gilgamesh has long eluded authorities. Until now, forced to take a stand at the impassable Griffin Crossing, he has challenged you to a duel. Triumph and he shall yield his latest prize, but should you fail, your weapons will be forfeit. Let's see if we get lucky on the queue time here. In the meanwhile, I hope everyone is doing well. Oh yeah, that's right. They shut off the collector's bundle for Evercold, and I have to keep my wallet from being emptied at that moment when that comes out for pre-order. Oh yeah, that's right. Apparently they're gonna be giving us the ability to bring in our chocobo companions into dungeons. This off post was like, my chocobo that I haven't summoned since Heaven's Word, when I pull her into an Evercold dungeon. It's that meme of the dude fucking waking up with his eyes squinted. Ugh. If I need to, I'll just straight up do this shit unsynced. I've done it before. All right. Been about 10 minutes. We're gonna go in unsynced. I'm so sorry, Greg, but I'm gonna have to kill you the old-fashioned way. Let's go.
I admit it. Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me. Not? Ha! I lied! Everything!
Ow!
Why, I've been hurt! This is far from the strongest of fears. I feel so betrayed. Goodness gracious. I, just remembered something. Hold that thought. I must say, I'm quite enjoying these puzzles. I feel we've gained an understanding. I will pound you, silly! Aha!
God, I can't believe he made me small. Oh shit! Now we've been toted. You fucking dick. Alright. I see you don't want to resolve this peacefully.
I won't go out so easily. Well then. That's enough of a beating for now.
Good Lord in heaven. Oh, well. There we go. Well, dang, he didn't give up his spear. That sucks. Alone yet still armed. In any case, he seemed satisfied with the halberd. We'll proceed with the delivery. probably something I joked about. That'd be, you know, nice. It'd be very convenient. Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. 'Twill make a fine addition to my collection. It will make a fine addition to my collection. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. All's well as that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief. There you are, Inspector Briardian. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Uh-oh. Hmm? Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my treaty blade? But didn't we just give you the treaty blade? Oh. Disguise yourself as the client and let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Pew! Oh. Godbert just doing his thing. He's just vibing. I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Briardian. Piss off. 400 years have I slept, 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine, I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. Many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and the wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Very well. I, and I alone, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon!
How dare you laugh at a time like this? After allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Maria. Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? Two of them dashing to and fro. A pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy, not bad at all. You're indeed a Manderville man. Mark my face, oh phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the oh. Come on, man, you were running so fast away from your own dad. Can't put those legs to good use against a man like Bjordian? Jeez. Hildebrand will return in a case of indecency. Hey, what's with the goggles those men are wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair? I guess we'll find out next time. Ah, there you are. I'm doing some investigating of my own since we last parted. I believe I found our, Lapis Maiden. The girl's name is Arabella, daughter of one Master Guguramu, a prominent member of the East Aldenar Trading Company. Her eyes and hair are a most exceptional shade of blue. Her beauty is the talk of the Sultanate. Her purported beauty, I should say. You see, none have actually seen the girl in the flesh. Apparently her father is the overprotective sort. Some say that the maiden has never set foot outside the family's well-guarded estate. Well, all this is about to change. Rumor has it that the girl is to be wed. And not just to anyone, mind you. To the heir to the Bruger Consortium. The formal announcement is set to be made at a commemorative feast, to be jointly hosted by the two family businesses. The venue is Casa del Sol, where preparations are going on as we speak. Word on the street is that the bride-to-be will be making a rare public appearance. It is here that the thief intends to strike. I couldn't be more certain of it. Piqued your interest, have I? My sources tell me that the bride's father is already in Casa del Sol overseeing the preparations. This is one scoop I'm not going to miss, and you're welcome to come along. You're not one of my associates. This banquet is for invited guests only. If you have no business here, be on your way at once. Beg pardon, good sir. My name is Ellie, reporter for the Mithril Eye. If I might just have a moment of... Ah, yes, that too Gil sensationalist rag. I read your tiresome screed about the self-styled phantom thief and his letter of challenge. If you have come to tell me my daughter is in danger, I can assure you that your concern is entirely unwarranted. I have not kept my Arabella safe to this day to see her whisked away from me by some fly-by-night rogue. I have spared no expense in securing the best protection that money can buy.
Oh. The brass blades of the Gerbera, an elite unit of the most lethal swordsmen in the Sultanate. They say one of them once caused a man's heart to burst just by looking at him, looking at him askance. The moment they set eyes on the would-be thief, it will be his last. If the thief is obliging enough to allow himself to be seen, or do those goggles serve some purpose other than making the wearer look utterly ridiculous? Consulting Inspector Briardian, your reputation precedes you. And what, pray tell, would you propose? I promise some of the wealthiest men in the realm that my daughter will be attending the festivities. To renege on my word would have dire implications for the family trade. My proposal is a simple one. Entrust the investigation to me, the thief will be... Entrust the investigation to me. The thief will be in shackles before the banquet commences, and it will cost you not a whit of your precious gil. Oh, very well. Let us see if your reputation is deserved. But consider yourself warned. Greater fortunes than you will never know hinge upon this banquet. I will not tolerate any disturbances. Such touching concern for his coin purse. If only he could muster the same for his daughter. But do tell, Inspector, after he slipped under our noses the last time, what makes you so confident that you can catch our thief this time around? Our man may boast 1,000 faces, but he has but a single modus operandi. And it is painfully obvious. A letter of challenge, a precious treasure whisked away from its rightful owner in the broad light of day. This tells me that our thief is an intention seeker with supreme confidence in his abilities. Doubtless he means to target the maiden using the same methods he used to abscond with the treaty blade. Even now, the fiend is in our midst, having assumed the identity of someone who will be in close proximity to Miss Arabella at the feast. I've already narrowed the field. Arabella's betrothed, Vans, would be an obvious target for our thief. So too would be his father, Morgant. The Alto and his wife, Sinana, the guests of honor, will give a toast to the couple's happiness. Both will be standing close to the stage where the bride-to-be is set to appear. Needless to say, we cannot rule out Guguremu himself. Finally, we have Lewenhart, a steward of Guguremu's estate and Miss Arabella's personal attendant. All the key players, save for the Lapis Maiden herself, have assembled in Casa del Sol. Doubtless the phantom thief lurks among them, his face concealed, gathering information and planning his course of attack. We begin our questioning of the suspects immediately. Should you encounter any suspicious individuals, you're to report back to me at once. Hildebrand Manderville. I could smell the stench of idiocy and incompetence from a mile away. The pleasure is all mine, contriving Inspector Briardian. Forgive me for not revealing myself sooner. I was simply conducting a bit of a preliminary undercover investigative work. Yet to see through my ingenious disguise with such ease. Yes, I dare say your powers of observation rival even my own. Fear not, friends. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire,
I've arrived to defend the maiden's honors only a Manderville man can. He does realize there's still a fish on his head, doesn't he? Good Inspector, I realize we have not seen eye to monocle in the past, but a fair maiden's virtue, mayhap her very life, is at stake. From one gentleman to another, let us put aside our differences. Yes, I would welcome your assistance in this case. Me? Assist you? Aren't you a funny man? Oh, what makes no matter. My plan is so flawless that not even your bungling can interfere this time. If you wish to assist me, you may do so by keeping watch over the suspects. In the meantime, I have a promising lead to investigate. I shall return before the banquet begins. While I know this may be asking much, do try not to do anything stupid in my absence, will you? I would speak with you, but not here. I will be waiting for you outside Casa del Sol. Come quickly, for we do not have the luxury of time.
I realized I was muted. I don't know how long I was muted for. Awesome! I can't wait to look back at the VOD. That's fucking... That's great. Ah, there you are, friend. Not a moment too soon, for I was about to commence my investigation in earnest. Tell me, did your and Inspector Briardian's avenue of inquiry bear fruit? Morgan, Yalto Nelto, and the steward Lewenhart, you say? This does not surprise me. Yes, I had considered them all exceptionally suspicious from the start. With the Lapis Maiden in danger, we cannot afford a moment's delay. I, Hildebrand, shall have our thief in shackles before the Inspector returns. Fear not, friend, the Inspector shall be none the wiser. Haha! If he had hoped to nab the fiend for himself, he should not have simplified the task for me so. Ah! There's one of our suspects standing suspiciously under the canopy over there. Just you wait, fiend. I shall rip the mask from your face and reveal you for the rogue that you are. This is gonna end beautifully. Stand back, friend. The man we pursue is a criminal mastermind. The merest slip of the tongue could put our case, nay, our very lives in danger. But have no fear, Miss Ellie. Ready your quill that you might record my every word as I employ the time-honored art of parley, handed down from Manderville men of ages past, to reveal our foe. I can think of a few topics that would interest my readers less than your blatherings. Just catch the thief so I can have my story, would you? Don't worry, Inspector. I brought my quill and journal too. Your adoring fans won't miss a word. Capital. This is why you are my favorite assistant, Nashu. Now, behold as I ensnare our prey with a web of words leading to his inevitable demise. Good morning, Master Gugurumu. And a fine morning it must be, for you most of all. Allow me to offer my most heartfelt congratulations on your betrothal to the enchanting Miss Arabella. What is this nonsense? Arabella is my daughter, you... Just who in the seven hells are you, anyway? Guards? Guards! Now all your chocobos, Gugurumu. I recognize that lad. This is Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire. Come to save the lovely lass from the clutches of the phantom thief, have ye? I reckon we owe you the man our gratitude, aye, Vance? The phantom thief? Balderdash and rot, if you ask me. That said, my betrothed must be quite the beauty indeed. To have such rumors told about her, perhaps she's worthy of me after all. He exudes unusual degree of confidence for such an effete, fashion-challenged youth. Most suspicious. He's a damn sight easier in the eyes than you. Haha, that's me, Vance, ever calm in the face of danger. Truly his father's son. A worthy heir to the Brugere Consortium, and a worthy match for my daughter, I must say. Yes, I foresee many years of prosperity for our families. Or family, I should say. Ho ho. Which reminds me, Master Vance. Arabella asked me to convey her gratitude to you for the golden clasp you sent some months ago. It has not left her neck since the day. Oh, that little trinket. 'Twas nothing. Tell your daughter the greatest treasures in the realm will be hers once we are wed. Haha. Time-honored Manderville art of parley?
We've been sleeping with the fishes now had Morgan not spoken up on your behalf. That said, nothing about the interactions between the three struck me as particularly unnatural. Ha ha ha. Let us not rush to conclusions, Miss Ellie. A gentleman fancies a more methodical approach. Yes, everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Whoops, I was supposed to be taking this down, wasn't I? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. I sought only to earn the trust of the families before confronting Yalto Naoto and Lewenhart, who have aroused my suspicion from the start. Come, we may have a thief to apprehend. Hey, would you look at that? Would you look at that? The rain is easing up. I have not seen your faces around here. With the East Aldenar Trading Company, are you? Why, yes, good sir. Very much with them. Some might even say we are the East Aldenar Trading Company. Oh ho, pleased to meet you. Do tell, is the Lapis Maiden as lovely as they say? See, Senana here's no slouch herself, but like me, she's getting on in years. No offense intended, my dear. Oh, but where are me manners? Yalto Naoto of the Brugir Consortium, and this is my wife, Sainana. I look forward to many profitable dealings with you and yours in the moons and years to come. I dare say this wedding and the joining together of our family businesses couldn't be happening at a better time. Well, with a matter of fell beasts and beastmen taking aim at our wares. Why, just the other day, a shipment of imported foodstuffs was waylaid by the Mandragoras. Nasty buggers, a lot of them. If I were 20 years younger, I'd slice them up myself and make a salad out of... You have heard of the Mandragoras, haven't you? But of course, I once spent a year honing body and mind with the Fists of Augur. My fellow monks and I would chant several hundred mantra what's-its in a day. Your food stores were occasionally raided by ruthless band of rogue vegetables known as the Mandragoras, yes? Wouldn't it kill you to read the Mithril Eye and educate yourself from time to time? A fearsome lot they are. Rumor has it they'll not rest until every fruit or vegetable harvested for consumption has been freed from captivity. Why, they struck at the larder here just days ago. Our supplies were decimated. Fear not, milady, I was able to arrange for an emergency shipment to replace the stolen produce. It arrived safely some time ago. Settle down, Sainana. Forgive me, wife. She's always saying how meat is bad for her figure. And with that, I'd best go prepare me speech. Carry on, lads. Criminy. None of those three were suspicious in the least. But we must not give up hope, lest he of many faces have the last laugh. Where there is a will, a gentleman shall find a way. Come, Nashu, we must move quickly, or the Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one come to harm. You speak so fast, Inspector. The sight of a quick mind, I'm sure. Now, where was I? Give up hope. He of many faces will laugh last. The Lapis Maiden shall not be the only one to come to harm. I'm not sure that captures the Inspector's intended meaning. But this is no time for us to be standing around. Inspector Briardian will be back at any moment now, and he's not the type to suffer excuses. Quite so, Miss Ellie. Fortunately, I have a plan. Let us investigate the foodstuffs of which Master Lewenhart spoke. Should we find any contradictions in his testimony, we can consider the man a prime suspect. Inspector Briardian will be back before long. Come, Nashu, this is no time to delay. crates of assorted foodstuffs and a veritable host of luscious-looking coconuts. It appears that our man Leonhardt spoke true? Yegats! Are those explosives? I spy concealed amongst these coconuts? Perhaps I spoke in haste. It would appear that we have found our phantom thief after all. Oh, those are mine, Inspector. I was looking for a place to set them down, you see, and those coconuts were looking awfully lonely. Nashu, far be it from me to cast doubt on your choice of hobbies, but what in the name of the 12 would possess you to bring your creations to an investigation? Well, they were so helpful in jogging your memory that one time, and I just thought, does this mean you won't be needing this piece of driftwood either? Your enthusiasm is always admirable, Nashu, but in this event, I fear it's somewhat misdirected. Now set the driftwood down over there and concentrate on taking your notes like the astute assistant you are. I say, we are most fortunate that confounding Inspector Briardian is otherwise occupied at the moment. Were he to chance upon this scene, he would veritably explode in rage. Now let's dispose of these things before an errant ember sends us all to a fiery demise. Confounding Inspector Briardian, explode, a fiery demise. Got it. Are you sure about that? Uh-oh. Don't look now, but someone has returned at the absolute worst possible time. You two are supposed to be keeping an eye on the suspects and staying out of trouble, yes? The inspector will have a fit if he sees you here. But Miss Ellie, should Inspector Briardian come upon these explosives, the consequences will be even more dire. Sartor and I will see that the inspector keeps a wide berth of this beach. You two just get out of here, and be quick about it. Quick thinking, Miss Ellie. Come, Nashu, we shall return for your creations once Inspector Briardian has been led safely from the scene. Investigation calls us, and we must heed its cry. So, Hildebrand has managed thus far not to destroy anything. Consider me something almost resembling impress. Haha, indeed. But enough about Hildebrand. Sotark and I have been waiting to hear your latest theories. We should go somewhere quiet and... An excellent idea, Miss Ellie. Ah, yes, that spot just over there by the crates should suffice. There? Oh, of all places... But surely we could find somewhere more scenic. I'm not here on vacation. I'm here to solve a case. Besides, we cannot afford to have our conversation overheard. That junk-littered beach should afford us some welcome privacy. Yes, Inspector. Privacy indeed. Bloody hells. Don't worry, Sotark. I'll figure out some way to lead him clear of the bombs. Is it just me, or is there a bit of a chill in the air? Perhaps we should go someplace warm. I, for one, welcome a respite from the sweltering heat. Besides, this will not take long. If you insist, Inspector. Through the questioning of the brass blades attacked by our query, I have identified the 3 individuals most likely to be our thief in disguise. To wit, Morgan, Yelton Alto, and Lewenhart. The 3 of us shall split up, with each of us keeping watch over... Are the 2 of you listening? Of course. Beg pardon, Inspector. You look unwell, Miss Ellie. Perhaps you were right. I too feel a chill wind blowing in. Maybe we should continue our conversation elsewhere. But there is no need. Wait here and I shall build us a fire. Haha! Methinks the inspector has taken leave of his senses. The chance of locating suitable kindling on these barren shores is infinitesimal. Here we are. This piece of driftwood should serve perfectly, and as fortune would have it, I just so happen to have a flintstone on my person. Uh-oh. There's no cause for alarm. 'Tis not blood that courses through the inspector's veins, but ice. I could not fathom a series of events that would lead such a calm and composed individual to lose his firm grip on that fiery torch. Remarkable insight, Inspector. I must record these words for posterity. Whee! It's flying! What have we here? Everything is proceeding according to my master plan. Could this be another challenge from the Fiend? Surely you jest, Inspector. It looks nothing like his usual cards, see? Doubtless it's just the idle ravings of some madman. Perhaps so. We must exercise due caution. There are 2 more pages. Give up hope, he of many faces will laugh last. It is not the Lapis Maiden alone that shall come to harm. It is more direct than his previous challenges, but there can be no doubt as to the sender. But what is this talk of another victim? The final page holds the answer, no doubt. The final page? Confounding Inspector Briardian will meet a fiery demise? You got it, Hildebrand, you got it! Oh god. Uh-oh. Well. Well, there goes the food. You saw through the fiend's ruse, but how? Let's just call it reporter's intuition. Are you hurt? A ringing in my ears, but otherwise no worse for the wear. You have my gratitude. Now kiss. Hildebrand Manderville, were you able to learn aught of the fiend who made this ignoble attempt on my life? I exhausted every effort, Inspector, yet I fear our query proves ever elusive. Excellent. I might have died of shock if you had. At any rate, our foe has revealed himself as no mere thief, but a madman who resorts to cold-blooded murder. We must redouble our vigilance, lest the others come to harm. Vigilance! Yes, vigilance is the order of the day. What in the name of the gods? False teeth! Those vegetables cost a fortune, and they're ruined! Ruined! Agent of inquiry? More like agent of injury and incompetence. You are to replace the supplies that you destroyed before the banquet begins, or I will see the entire lot of you rot in the gaol. Well, that fucking sucks. What was that terrible explosion coming from the beach? Is everyone safe? Fear not, the fiend's artless attempt on my life has been thwarted. Sadly, your food supply did not escape unscathed. Master Gugurumu bids that the damaged ingredients be replaced with all speed. Good gods! This is no thief, this is a madman! As for replacing the ingredients, I fear that will prove a difficult task. Those crates contain important vegetables of considerable rarity, you see. Vegetables are in particularly short supply these days, what with the mandragoras at large. Even if I were to place the order immediately, it would likely take days to arrive. The mandragoras? I have heard of that fell band. Tell me, what manner of vegetables did they steal? The rarest was an import from the Far East. I do not recall the name, but it very closely resembled the Eorzean dragon pepper, save for its color, which was a deep purple. Methinks you don't worry too much, Master Loonheart. Our course of action is clear. We need only storm onto the den of those overgrown weeds and steal your precious purple dragon peppers right back. I would advise against that, Inspector. These are no ordinary mandragoras, but rather a bloodthirsty band of killers given succulent flesh. Even the brass blades of the Gerbera proved unable to resist them. Oh ho, a formidable foe indeed. We're only there a brave soul in our midst with a want for taking on fearsome enemies without a shred of concern for his own well-being. Why are you looking at me? Your eyes, friend, they speak to me. They say, yes, I shall vanquish these rogue vegetables and deliver the the purloined goods back to their rightful owner. You are truly a godsend, adventurer. One Sun Himmel of the Yellow Jackets has been charged with defending the roads from the magic auras. If anyone would have knowledge of the current whereabouts, it would be him. Without those ingredients, Master Gugurumu is like to cook me instead. Please, friend, you're my only hope. A gentleman would never let his comrade face danger alone. Let us away to Limsa together. If you've come from the Mandragoras, I feel you're half a bell too late, as we're re-blasted all. To hear the poor merchant tell it, no sooner had he opened his cargo hold to check on a shipment of vegetables, than did an onion turn on him, screeching bloody murder. Fled his own vessel in sheer terror, he did. By the time he came to his senses, it had set sail without him. The merchant left for Aleport, hoping to recoup his losses. If you've a mind to go after the culprits, you might lend an ear to his sad tale. Ah! Is the thrill of the chase not invigorating, friend? The ferry docked by Fisherman's Bottom will carry us to Aleport. Let us be swiftly on our way. Yo, take me to Aleport. Eek! Don't sneak up on me like that! I thought you were a feral turnip, a murderous eggplant or something like that. Think I just do ya? You'd be singing a different tune if a shot of tomato juice almost took out your eye, as it did mine. My eye! By the time I'd regained my wits, they'd already set sail with me ship and me livelihood. I'm ruined. Ruined! If I never see another bleeding onion till the end of me days, it'll be too soon. Dare most say it, the Mandragoras are a nasty lot. A right pain in the arse to farmers and provisioners the realm over. But let me tell you, friend, they ain't the least of it. Fearing the fellow fronts from our larders and tables is but the beginning. The bulbous blackguards have a far grander scheme. Revolution! Madness, you say? Take a ferry to the Isles of Umbra and see with your own eyes. A veritable vegetable kingdom where eggplants and turnips rule with an iron fist. This muscle-bound fellow with a dim expression? I could swear I've seen his face somewhere before. Bugger me. If it ain't the undead overlord who fancies himself a gentleman inspector. Which would make you... could it be? The adventurer who bested the thieving duelist in single combat? Yeah. Well, bugger me and call me inspector. Tell me, is it true that the duelist traveled with a demon bird whose crow could split the heavens? Well, it's neither here nor there. Look, I don't know about you, but I ain't so keen on the notion of calling a bloody tomato your grace. Well, that's exactly the fate we're in for if we don't nip this revolution in the bud. And I mean that literally. As we speak, the Mandragoras are planning themselves a whole army of their own kind on the Isles of Umbra. You'd be doing the whole realm a favor if you could go there and uproot them for the harvest comes. Many a case have I solved in my day, but I've not matched wits with sentient plant life before. This could prove quite exhilarating. To the Isles of Umbra. A Mandragora bud. You know what? I ain't gonna... You feel a hostile gaze upon you. I feel another hostile gaze upon me. You feel a hostile gaze upon you. Oh, hey there, Hildebrand. Friend, my pursuit of the Mandragoras has led me beneath the surface. Yes, they must be down here. Somewhere. Oh. Bro, these AoEs are gonna be the freaking death of me. Huzzah! We've dealt with the dastardly fruits. You return! I feared you might end up a tasty snack for the crazed head of a cabbage. The stolen foodstuffs! You've saved my hide today. Oh, but I must see if those purple dragon peppers are intact. Master Gugurumu is quite particular about his seasonings. Oh, can I come too? I've never seen a purple dragon pepper before. Oh, that wild vegetable chase was a pleasant diversion, but it's time we return to the case. Now there must be some clue that yet eludes us. Core, the peppers have changed color. What's this? Peppers that possess the same powers of disguise as our many-faced foe. A gentleman must needs investigate. A striking shade of blue, quite far from the purple that Master Lewenhard described. Perhaps we recovered the wrong crate? But look here, Inspector. The crate is clearly marked for Costa del Sol. How curious. Did I say purple? I meant purplish blue, or a bluish purple. The two colors are really quite similar when you think about it. These peppers have a most distinctive hue. No man could reasonably mistake it for any shade of purple. Unless, of course, he was wearing a very particular sort of eyewear at the time. Ha! The charade is up! After the man! It is as I suspected all along. The goggles have proved the key to cracking the case. With speed, Nashu, the fiend must be brought to justice. I'll knock you out, buddy. You can run, but you cannot. Ha ha ha! If you thought you could out-sprint the Manderville man, you were sorely mistaken. For pilfering a priceless blade, threatening a maiden's virtue, and untold crimes against the law-abiding citizens of Eorzea, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry and Inspector Extraordinaire, hereby place you under arrest. Done in by a snipper. A fitting end for an ignoble thief. Let us see what lies behind the mask. Oh, where am I? Who are you? Ha! Playing the fool will avail you not. I suggest you come willingly. A gentleman is not given to violence, but should you attempt to resist, I disavow responsibility for any shattered skulls and broken bones. Wait, I remember now. I was on my way to meet with Miss Arabella when... Miss Arabella! I must find her at once! Oh, my head. It would seem that this man wears no mask. This is the true Lewenhard. I swear on my life that it is so. I was en route to the estate in Wineport when one of the brass blades on patrol approached me. We exchanged greetings, and in the next instant, he turned on me. I fought desperately to defend myself, even managing to drive a kitchen knife into the man's right hand. In the end, though, he proved too strong for me. Now that you mention it, the imposter was wearing gloves. I knew there was something suspicious about him. There's still time before the banquet begins. Knowing our query, he has doubtless already assumed a new identity. And yet he could not have foreseen this turn of events. It is unlikely that he had time to thoroughly research his new target. Most importantly, we now know that the thief suffered a wound to his right hand. We need simply return to Costa del Sol and examine the hands of all present. An excellent plan, Inspector. While you do so, we shall accompany Lewenhard back to the estate, that we might ensure Miss Arabella's safety. I have found you, my little ones. Let me guess. You seethe with anger at those that took from you what was yours. Then it would appear that our goals are in accord. Make for Costa del Sol and await my orders. When the time is right, revenge will be yours. Yes. Great words. Great words exchanged. Understood every single one of it. The game is afoot, inspectors. Now, what mask shall I wear to the ball? I'm gonna be lazy, just teleport there. Miss Arabella, what are you doing out here? You must return to the estate at once. Oh, Lewin, always the worrier. Your concern is touching, but I am a woman grown. Besides, I just wanted to see the flowers. Lovely though these flowers may be, they are as unsightly weeds when measured against your beauty. I am Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry Inspector Extraordinaire. Please, call me Hildy. The pleasure is mine, my lord. Much have I heard of your deeds. Tell me, are these rumors of a many-faced thief true?
I fear they are, Miss Arabella. But still your gentle heart, for as long as Hildebrand is on the case, the fiend shall not lay his twisted finger upon you. This I swear on the Manderville name.
The gods smile on me indeed to send such a strong and handsome gentleman as my champion, and yet... you seem pensive, my lady. Is something the matter? To tell the truth, this marriage has been arranged against my wishes. I do not love Vans, why I have not even met him. He sent me this clasp as a betrothal gift. A treasure for my treasure. Wear it always, the message said. I do not care how beautiful it is. It might as well be a golden shackle.
Miss Arabella, you must not say such things. An arranged marriage to a youth you have not yet met? You're not even met? Inconceivable.
Father says that this marriage must happen. That is for the future of the family trade. Spoken like a true Uldan, but if I may be bold, my lady, would I be correct in assuming that you and your father are not related by blood? Quite so. Father found me amongst the beggars on Pearl Lane when I was just a babe. He took me in and raised me as his own. He took Lewin in as well, though as servant rather than son. You may think Father a cold and miserly man, but to me, he is the man who gave me warmth and hope where I had none. I will learn to love Vans, even if that will make Father happy.
You cannot be serious, Miss Arabella. You are a beautiful young woman with your whole life ahead of you. Surely you would not have to look far to find a gentleman with whom you would rather spend the rest of your days.
If I had to spend another hour with you, I would like to lose my wits. But anyway, we should return to Costa del Sol and see how the inspector's investigation fares. I as well must prepare for the banquet. Farewell, friends.
We've not a moment to lose, friend. The time of our final confrontation with the fiend is nigh. Our foe has doubtless assumed a new identity, but have no fear. Upon our return to Costa del Sol, I shall employ the time-tested Manderville art of parley to cut through the fiend's flimsy facade. 'Tis an art that I would impart to you as well, friend, though there will be time enough for that once our foe is in shackles and Miss Arabella is safe. No doubt it shall prove as invaluable in your adventures as it has in my investigations, or failing that, serve to entertain you when you have nothing better to do. But I digress. A gentleman must away to Costa del Sol. The fair maiden's life hangs in the balance. Nashu, Miss Ellie, with me. Inspector Briardian, I have seen to the maiden's safety. Miss Arabella will be along soon. How fares your investigation?
I've canvassed the grounds, but none of the guests are concealing their hands. How can this be? The thief must be somewhere. Miss Arabella just left her estate, I hear. I suppose we'll find out soon enough if her beauty is truly a match for our own. Teehee.
There's no time. Without the thief in custody, we cannot risk allowing Miss Arabella to take the stage.
But Inspector, Vans and his family will not take kindly to his betrothed's absence.
That is nothing of my concern. Besides, doubtless the inspector here will think of something. Me? What do you propose? You're the expert at creating diversions. Can't you just knock something over, blow something up, or the like? You know, like you always do. Inspector Briardian, I knew the day would come that you would recognize my many talents. Worry not about Master Vans. Yes, for the sake of the maiden, a gentleman will do what must needs be done.
The poor sop lacks even the wits to know when he's being insulted. Now to the task at hand. We must find a way to conceal Miss Arabella's true identity. Not far from here are the servants' quarters. There should be a change of clothes. Lying about. Perfect. Sotark, find some suitably ordinary garb and deliver it to Miss Arabella outside the gates. I shall proceed with the investigation. Has the Lapis Maiden arrived yet? I simply must look upon her beauty for myself. Servant's garb, you say? I much prefer what you're wearing, but we certainly have enough rags to go around. Here you go, do with them as you will. Greetings, friend. Oh, what's this you have for me? Servant's garb? But why? Miss Arabella, with the thief still at large, the risk of letting you be seen is too great. Change into these clothes and promise that you will not leave my sight. But the ceremony! Father will be furious, and Lord Vans. We are dealing with a man who tried to blaspheme to the heavens, and almost succeeded. We cannot exercise enough caution. As for the ceremony, I have entrusted the matter to a certain gentleman. You need only concern yourself with your own safety. We should do as the inspector says, Miss Arabella. Your life is more important than this marriage, or whatever profits your father stands to gain from it. Lewin, if father heard you say such things... I should have said them long ago. By not doing so, I have put your life in danger. But besides, we have not one but two skilled inspectors on the case. It will not be long until the fiend is brought to justice. Very well, I shall retreat to the carriage. Pray wait for me here. My apologies for the delay. What shall I do with my banquet dress, Inspector? Sotark, bring Miss Arabella's dress to that bumbling inspector. I dare not speculate as to how he intends to see his task, but I would imagine he requires all the help he can get. Now let's return before the festivities begin. Ah, you returned. Me? I was in the act of formulating a master plan to distract Master Vans at the ceremony. Is there aught I might do for you? Here, have this. Why is this? Miss Arabella's dress? I must admit to some confusion as to what to do with it, but worry not, I shall take it into safekeeping. And with that, I must attend to Master Vans before the ceremony begins. Worry not, friend. I assure you that Inspector Briardian and I have the situation entirely under control. Why not find yourself a seat and enjoy the festivities? This ought to be interesting. Curses. How am I supposed to find my man with all these people milling about? Friends, family, business associates, it is an honor and a pleasure to welcome one and all to Costa del Sol for today's feast. Co-hosted by the Bruguer Consortium and the East Aldenards Trading Company. We trust that you've been enjoying fine food, fine spirits, and profitable conversation. The Lapis Maiden. If even half the tales of her beauty are true, Vans is the luckiest bastard in the realm. Yalto Nalto, Sainana, honored guests. It is a great pleasure to announce the betrothal of my son Vans, future chair of the Bruguer Consortium, to Arabella, daughter of Master Gugurumu of the East Aldenards Trading Company. The couple would exchange their eternal vows ere today, that the happiness that is theirs may usher in a new era of prosperity for one and all. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present my son's lovely bride, the Lapis Maiden, whose beauty minstrels will sing for ages to come. Damn you, Hildebrand Manderville. You had one job. She's beautiful. Were the rabble expecting otherwise? She is my bride, after all. Milady, they say that your beauty transcends even the boundaries of time. When we are wed, you will want for nothing. Pray give your hand unto me. My sun and stars, yes, yes. 1,000 times yes. I am yours, and shall be forevermore. Oh, what have you done with my bride, you cross-dressing deviant? Not quite what I had intended, but I suppose it serves our purpose. Fear not, ladies and gentlemen, for Miss Arabella is safe and sound. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have but assumed the maiden's appearance to ensnare the vile fiend who would take aim at her life. The fiend who now lies defenselessly before me. The game is up, Vans, or shall I call you by another name? The Thief of Many Faces. Me, the thief? Are you mad? It appears that my masterful deductions have proved beyond the grasp of your mind. Very well, allow me to elucidate. While there is another soul in the realm who has not heard the tales of Miss Arabella's beauty, there are but 2 men here in Costa del Sol who had gazed upon her lovely visage before today. Her father, Gugurumu, and her steward, Lewenhart. As you yourself admitted on multiple occasions, Master Varnes, you were to have your first glimpse of your bride-to-be today. Considered in this light, would you not say that your reaction upon seeing my face was most unnatural? Who else could see through my ingenious disguise? Who could know at a glance that I was not the fair maiden? None save you, ye of 1,000 faces. And anyone else with half their wits about them. How dare you make a mockery of my wedding day? Guards, arrest that pervert at once! Lock him up in the gaol and throw away the key! Arabella? Oh, thank the gods you're safe. Come with me quickly. There's a dangerous madman about. A glove in his right hand. Could it be? The man is a fool, but would have behooved you to listen to him. Alas, you did not, and what is yours is now mine. That's the thief! Stop wasting your time with that imbecile and arrest him! You came all this way? For me? You love me. You really, really love me. The attention is most flattering, but I have taken what I came for, and now I must away. My lords, my ladies, till we meet again. I hear that the real Vance was found bound and gagged in a storage room. Truly, Miss Arabella, I am sorry. For what, my lady? The banquet was more exciting than I ever could have hoped for. Vance and his father were furious, of course, and our marriage has been called off. Perhaps it is for the best. I would find my own way to make father happy, by living my life as I would live it. It is you, Inspector Hildebrand, who taught me this lesson. For the love of God, somebody find him a change of clothes. But one thing still puzzles me. The thief's challenge said he would steal the Lapis Maiden's virtue. Yet in the end, he took only her neck piece. Now that you mention it, Master Gugurumu... Oh my god, I still cannot pronounce this motherfucker's name correctly. Master Guguremu told me about the clasp when it first arrived. Engraved with the mark of the Sun Goddess. It is one of the most treasured pieces from the Bruguier collection, known many as Azima's Virtue. The Maiden's Virtue indeed. When the next challenge comes, we must take extra care to read between the lines. Oh! That poor Mandragora. Over here, Inspector. It says, made you look. The fiend plays us for fools. Give that to me at once. When next we meet, I shall come to claim the victor's spoils. Another riddle. Nothing else, it appears the thief has abandoned any foolish notions of my assassination. Still, we must ever be on guard. The fiend attempted murder once, he may very well do so again. Verily, Inspector, I must agree. but can never be too wary when dealing with a murderer. Hear me, man of 1,000 faces. You sealed your fate when you called me out by name. Mark my words. When next we meet, you will be mine. Yes, it was the phantom thief who was to blame for that bomb. Truly, verily, indubitably the phantom thief. Most certainly. Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Well, the smile of a champion holds secrets untold. Are 8 legs better than 2? Can a Manderville man triumph over terrors and win the day? Hildebrand will return in the Colosseum Conundrum. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, oh, hold on. I forgot about that. The key to the next case is also the key to the storeroom. Be sure not to lose it. Wait, it's a real key and a figurative one? At the same time? Is that even possible? I guess we'll find out next time. Yeah, and yeah, with that being said, this took a lot longer than I thought it was, because we still have like two more patches worth of Manderville quests to go through. So that is where we will end things for the night. In the next part of Final Fantasy XIV, we're gonna finish off the Manderville quests for Realm Reborn. We shall see what the Agent of Inquiry Inspector Extraordinaire will be getting up to next time. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and find someone to raid for the night. Let's see here. You know, I got Ed on right now. He's currently playing through Halo Campaign Evolved right now, because that just came out. So yeah, let's go ahead and send him all the love. And as I get this raid set up, just remember everyone, if you guys enjoyed what you've seen, and you haven't already, don't forget to follow over here on Twitch, turn on notifications for whenever I go live. There are links below to follow with Instagram Blues contents. So you get stream updates and announcements that I have. There's also a link to my YouTube channel that you can subscribe to, because that is where I post the VODs for the Mountain Blade Monday series, as well as the main playthroughs I do with the channel, as well as WPW Saturday Night Showdown. Other fun stuff, go subscribe if you haven't already. And so with that being said, hopefully we'll either do Mountain Blade Monday on Monday, or just another random, like, hopefully a random game stream that I'll actually dedicate time to, because I've been bad on that on the non-Mountain Blade Mondays, but we'll see. And then we got more Marathon Infinity on Tuesday and Thursday. And yes, next Friday, no Final Fantasy XIV, but instead that collab with McMorgan on Tears of Metal will be happening next Friday. And then next Saturday, it is WPW. But there's the raid for Edward Bosco. Raid messages, the bounty hunters arrived, and make sure you go let him know who has arrived on his doorstep.
And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so very much for watching. Hope you'll have an awesome Saturday night, evening, morning, whatever the case may be. And I will see you guys on Monday for whatever it is I got planned. Have a good night, everyone, and see ya.